EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
Well, I think we both knew, Mike, coming into the game that special teams would play a big role, but I don't think either of us expected it to play itself out on the opening play of the game. I mean, what a return. That would have been something. He takes that all the way. What a start.
1st and 10 now from the 36. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Play action now, Jackson. Good work there defensively, knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
This is something they teach defensive linemen, Mike, that, of course, we want to get to the quarterback and pressure and hit him and ultimately sack him. But if you don't think you're going to get there, when his hand comes off the ball, your hands go up. Get in that.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss. And this is tough here on the opening drive, because sometimes when you miss one early, we've seen head coaches change how they approach 4th down situations. Is he going to get as many chances here? We're going to find out throughout the rest of the game.
In motion is Barner. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
47-yard line.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. It's complete. He's got Kupp. Down the sideline. And he will go all the way. Cooper Kupp. Touchdown Seahawks. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
That's the score, Seahawks 7, Ravens nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
DC, right? Hey, Alpha, it's all right.
Now Jackson on the move. Escaping the danger danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A first down throw for Jackson. That'll be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over just shy of midfield.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 34. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
Red 80. Red 80.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And
that is intercepted. Picked up by Nate Wiggins.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
On first and 10, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
13 yards on
So
the play.
after one, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the great Northwest in a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with first and 10. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. He'll work forward for a couple. Big Leonard Williams brings him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack. Third down and 9.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. Ravens nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Jackson now. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Jackson now from the 50. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he will get into the end zone. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. Across midfield, shot out of the cannon. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big play for Seattle. It covers 51 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Darnold to throw on first down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
They run with Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. Here's Walker, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Ravens' 8-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. Draymond Jones gets in there for the sack. And now it's third and goal. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Right, Smith and Jigba has it. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to fourth and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break, so they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the second half.
Here comes Mitchell from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Now this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
No, lady. Side.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go, side.
In motion is Barner. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
No, lady. Side. Side.
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. In motion is Barner. Darnold. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. On play action, here's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here's 2nd and 2. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Here's the toss right side to Henry. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Ravens first down.
There's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.